Good morning everyone and welcome to today's Aviation Videography live broadcast. My name is Max and I'll be your host for today. I'm joined here by Matt from HD Melbourne Aviation as always.
Good morning everybody.
And welcome to Copenhagen here in Denmark for our third location of live streams, our fourth attempted, but our third actual live stream that's getting under and away as we were unable to get up and going in Oslo. But
would you believe it's not raining?
Would you believe it? We're seeing the sun. So thank you to everyone for tuning in, really do appreciate it. Let me get up a flight radar now. That there was SAS flight 1207 departing off to, oh gosh, starting off with the big one, Aalborg. Nice one to start us off with. So very happy to be here in Denmark to continue our world tour of live streams and plane spotting. And yes, we finally got some good weather. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, which I didn't think I would ever be in again, considering our last few destinations have been very winter weather, even though we're over here in summer. That's just what the Nordic countries are for us. Our next departure is going to be EasyJet flight U28720 off to London Gatwick. About to depart here off runway 22 left.
I'm joining you here, Max. I'm taking the jacket off.
Yeah, you still got long sleeves on though. That's true. G'day Darren, g'day Anth, Cold, Ludwig. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Got a nice little old plane here. Plane is causing absolute nightmares.
I'm gonna get copies and I'm gonna get my glasses.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Back in a second.
Too easy.
Just make sure this little baby doesn't fall.
Gosh, I've got about 8 things to do at once.
Should we write something?
It's a little bit. And g'day Mateos and good morning Max, hope you're having a good one. Once again I'm watching from the Seychelles. Thank you so much for tuning in, really do appreciate it. Oh, was that a wasp? Yeah, I'd be paranoid too. So we've got a awesome day of stream lined up here in Copenhagen. We just arrived last night and we've got some awesome things to stream. We're trying to stream for pretty much the entire day up until about 8 PM when the Air Greenland arrives. That's kind of our goal, so we're going to see how we can go with that. We've got a SAS CRJ 900LR landing on the cross runway from Stavanger as SK 1875. The wind is kicking that little flap up here at the back, and it's sort of causing a bit of an obstruction at the moment. Not what we'd like to see. Didn't think this would be an issue. We thought we'd set up and it would be in a good spot. You can see it there in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. And Anth asking, did you guys see Melbourne got the China Eastern Airlines 777 yesterday and 12:40 arrival time and departure? I did see China Eastern. Awesome to see back in Melbourne. Glad to see Melbourne finally sort of picking things up again. So not too far away, guys, we're going to have the Play A321-200 Neo arriving in from Reykjavik, which is the all red 321 Neo, which is going to be an absolute fantastic catch for the stream if this flap of this aircraft would get out of the way. We're going to try and get as much as we can. May have to consider moving further down almost. We've also got a Lufthansa A320-200 arriving in from Frankfurt as LH826. Now the one thing mad about this spot is this stupid flap with the arrivals is that when they touch down, if the wind doesn't kick up the flap, you can see it. But when it does like that, it gets blocked.
That's just not nice.
It's just not nice.
Standing back here, I can see it though.
Standing back here, you can see it, yeah. Yeah, genuinely, we need to put something heavy on it. Put a brick or something on the flap so it'll stay down.
That's why I brought out the big water bottle.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And first bounce saying, can you please do a poll of favourite airports? Sure thing. Well, we've got a bit of a gap here at the moment, which we didn't think we'd be starting off with, but I know things are really going to start ramping up at around 11:30, which would be good to see. So we can get a poll going, and we've got Kevin tuning in there. Says, morning everyone, so glad you got a stream. Sorry about Oslo, love this channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're a bit disappointed about Oslo. We're really hoping to get a stream. There's some awesome spots. The locations of spotting at Oslo are absolutely phenomenal. The traffic isn't the best thing in the world, but it's you get what you get.
It's the rain that really got us.
The rain really got us. On day one, we had a bunch of tech gremlins sort of causing issues with internet to get the stream going.
And then the runway changes.
And then the runway changes too. And then day two, it was pouring down with rain for the entire duration of the day, which was not what we wanted to see.
Except at the very end of the day, of course.
Yes, yeah, the end of the day was perfect. That flap. That stupid flap. So if you have a look over here, this is what we're dealing with. The The tripod doesn't really go any higher. Neither do I. I don't really grow to get it to work. Alright, this is going to be an issue.
Move it back there, forwards, so you don't get the thing in the way.
Yeah, we might have to at this point. God, that means we've got to move everything.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Alright, we're gonna quickly move our streaming equipment forward for you guys so that this doesn't keep getting in the way, because that's really annoying. So we'll just look at that, it's so annoying. We'll be back in about 2 minutes, guys. Stay with us. We won't be long. welcome back. We've moved forward. We're in a better spot. We're away from that stupid flap and we can actually get this live stream started a little bit more officially now. Give me one moment, just setting everything back up so we can get started. Will be just a moment. Alright, I think we're ready to go now. Everything looks a little bit more in tip-top shape. And g'day Robert, thank you so much for tuning in from LA, really do appreciate it. And yes, absolutely much better here. And g'day Woz, thank you so much for tuning in. Dinner's over and here, awesome to hear, glad to have you on board. Also got Rob saying you guys have not had much luck the last couple of days. We have not, unfortunately. Everything's been a little bit out of sorts and it's not been too fun trying to deal with some of these issues, but we continue to work hard. This is what happens when you are streaming overseas. So we'll keep on working hard to get these live streams running super smoothly for you guys. So not too long we're going to have the Croatia Airlines Airbus A319-100 departing off to Zagreb as OU 481, just pushing back from the terminal now. We unfortunately, while we were doing that, just missed the Delta 767-300 arriving in from JFK from New York City as DL218. Definitely one we were hoping to catch, but our next arrival is going to be Atlantic Airways flight RC450 arriving in from Vega. It's an A320-200. And g'day Luke's Aviation Australia, thank you so much for tuning in, hope you're doing well. Absolutely stunning catch. And Vinny asking, where will your next destination be? Thanks for bringing us these views, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Glad to be able to bring these different airports and live streams from across the world. It's awesome to see. And our next destination is going to be Hamburg. So it's currently Friday here. On Sunday night we drive down to Hamburg, and then we will be in Hamburg on Monday. We'll do probably a morning live stream in Hamburg, and then after that we'll have a couple days break from live streams as I head off to Vienna, and then we'll come back and we'll be looking to do a couple of Zurich live streams. So that's our next sort of agenda. And first bounce asking, what plane did I fly on to Copenhagen? I flew Norwegian on their 737 MAX. Was a bit delayed, unfortunately. Got delayed by about 40 minutes. I didn't think I would be sitting here hot.
I've got to admit, it's a nice change of pace.
It's a nice change of pace.
I'm enjoying it. Definitely a lot.
Concern for our laptop though. It's got good ventilation, but I want it to be nice and cool. You can't throw water on it.
No.
Not like us.
No, I think that would be devastating to the computer's parts.
I think so. Our next arrival is going to be the Finnair A321-200, arriving in from Helsinki is AY965. As I was saying earlier, one of the awesome features about Copenhagen is it's one of the little amount of places in the world that gets Air Greenland. And they fly their A330-800s here, which is an absolutely fantastic catch. And it's going to be arriving back here in Copenhagen at about 8 PM tonight, which is when we're going to try and stream until. So we're looking at about an 8.5 hour stream, 9 hour stream to kick things off under and away here in Copenhagen. We'll be looking at doing another stream at some point in the next couple of days. We're here, like I said, till Sunday night, so that's what we're going to try and aim for. So we're very, very excited about that. But Air Greenland is an absolute fantastic catch. We were trying to film this morning, but we had a few issues with runways, and there's not a lot of spots here in Copenhagen as far as we've been able to find out. I think Matt's going to do a little bit more research this evening, or over the course of the day, I mean, to find some spots. But they were using this this cross runway, and when they use this, it's really not that friendly because there's not a lot of spots for it. This is really one of the only spots for the arrivals on that cross runway. And we were hoping the arrivals would be on the bigger runway on 22 left. Alright, apparently there's a bit of static as well when I pan, so I'm not sure what that is from. This doesn't happen when I film regularly, so this is weird. There was DAT flight DX37 arriving in from Rhone as the ATR 72-600. So we have a look here at Copenhagen Airport. We're down at this little burger shop with this little playground, and we can see here we've got a pretty awesome overview of the airport. Unfortunately, there's a few bushes and stuff that are getting in the way, and we're hoping for a few more takeoffs to get the stream sort of rolling as we're overlooking. Oh, there's speak of the devil. Here we go. There was that Croatia departing off to Zagreb. And that flight number there, sorry, my flight rate is really slow, my phone's really overheating at the moment, was Croatian Airlines flight OU 481. And g'day Reagan, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here today. Awesome to have you on board. And we've got Lachlan in the chat as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Says good morning Matt and Max, how are you? Doing very well today. Bit hot, it's a bit hotter than usual, than we're used to over the last sort of week. It's been really cold up in Helsinki and Stockholm. And even Oslo was relatively cold too. But here it's been quite warm. Still a little bit overcast, which is nice. So the sun's getting blocked every now and again. But
no iced coffees, I'm afraid. But I got you cafe latte.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. It's going to be nice and hot. And First Bounce asking, what are your thoughts on the Scoot Air Pokemon livery? Yeah, that's right. We're just trying to fix this microphone at the moment, guys, so give us a moment. The screen's just going to go black in just a moment. Alright, we're going to see if that's any better. Let us know if the mic sounds any better. We're apparently getting a lot of static, which we're not really sure why. This doesn't really happen at all. We usually have no problems, so...
No, it's really odd.
It is really odd, so... Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. Let us know. As we try and resolve these issues.
Right before the rush.
Yes, right before the rush. The rush is about to get started. Our next arrival is going to be CityJet flight SK2897 arriving in from Aalesund. It's the CRJ 900LR, and the camera's decided to flip itself up. Alright, that should be better. sounding a bit better. Hopefully it's a lot better.
Let me have a
Yeah.
analyze the damage.
We're doing what we can. Just give us a moment as we try and fix it. Gets worse when I'm talking. Okay. Not really sure. Oh, not really. This happened in our Stockholm stream as well. It was really on and off about how it sounded. When I film normally, it sounds great. What I'm going to try and do. Alright, hold on, just give me a moment. I'm just gonna. Maybe we bring the headphones and then leave this sitting. Alright. Alright, we've got a different mic now. Let me know if this sounds any better. Hopefully it does, as we really do apologise. We're trying to fix all these issues. Things like this come up when you are away from home and you can't get a very quick solution. So we do as best as we can to try and fix it as quickly as we can. So hopefully this sounds a little bit better. As our next arrival is going to be the SAS A320-200neo arriving in from Nice as SK794. Alright, hopefully this is all a little bit better. Bear with us guys, we're very, very sorry about this. We're not going anywhere. We're just trying to fix these so it sounds as good as possible as this rush is about to start here for us at Copenhagen. Alright, and Mad Course Show saying it's much better now. Perfect to hear. Hopefully we can keep it this way. Alright, so I think we should be all good to go now. Get a little bit more set up. We're going to have a Asian Airlines A321-200 departing off to Athens as A3751. Not too far away, it's just taxiing down. Alright, we're getting good audio output now, which is fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for holding off and waiting for us as we get it all sorted out. So if you just tuned in, please make sure you click the like button. Let's get as many people as we can tuning in to watch some Copenhagen plane spotting. Gonna put this jacket over the laptop a little bit more so that we can protect it. It's gonna get really hot as the sun is blaring out. Our next arrival is going to be the Anadolu Jet A321-200 Neo arriving in from Istanbul as TK7874. Awesome catch we're going to have in just a moment. Just start to see it in the distance. We'll wait just a couple of moments before we start filming it. It gets a little bit closer for us. Alright, here we go. Scanning across now to this Anadolu Jet. Making its way in from Istanbul. That's to land on the cross runway here at Copenhagen.
Hvor er det egentlig, man kører brændstof? Det gør de herude.
And our next arrival here on the cross runway is going to be Air France, the A220-300 arriving in from Paris Charles de Gaulle. About to land here on runway 30. And everyone, Vinny's saying crystal clear, perfect, and the Madcore Show saying all good. I know what it's like when you have bad audio during a stream and you're trying to figure it out while live. Get stressful, keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Yes, it's a very annoying sort of process because when you're off stream, you can do lots of tests and stuff with it, but when you're on stream, you're trying to keep focused on the planes and having a chat compared to trying to fix audio gremlins. So really do appreciate that. Yeah, we do everything we can to try and fix it before we stream, but sometimes when you start streaming, the technology just has a mind of its own. And as almost at every airport we film at, we've got more trees of doom. I think every airport we've ever been to, there's trees of doom. So here we've got some on the left-hand side here where we were just filming, and then also some on the right, which hopefully won't get in the way as the takeoff should rotate early enough to get out of our way. But these trees over here sort of blocking a little bit of that end of that roll, which is very, very annoying. Our next arrival is going to be the Pegasus A321-200 Neo, arriving in from Copenhagen. No, sorry, no, that's wrong. We're in Copenhagen, arriving in from Istanbul as well. I had the Asian one on my screen. That's waiting at the top of runway 22 left for its departure off to Athens. Ah yes, Melbourne Airport plane spotting the trees at Sydney, especially down at the beach. For those rotation shots. The takeoffs on runway 34 left. Very, very disturbing. Alright, that Asian A321-200 is about to depart off to Athens. It is now rolling as A3751. The Copenhagen 737 arriving there on runway 30. That one arrived in from Billund as XC8158. We're going to get another departure off runway 22 left. It's going to be SK1673 departing off to Berlin. It's the SAS ATR 72600. Absolutely, that engine sounded absolutely beautiful on its way to Athens, and it's been sounding like that all day. It's going to be one heck of a stream to hear some sounds like that for the departures. And Aviation First saying looks like a beautiful day for spotting. Absolutely, a bit overcast. It's quite warm. It's not too bad. It's absolutely sublime conditions for some plane spotting. And our next arrival is going to be SK594 arriving in from Brussels. It's going to be the Mitsubishi CRJ 900 for SAS as well. So the Scandinavian dominator, I would call it, in the Scandinavian countries. SAS absolutely takes the cake here as the, obviously can't really say national carrier, but regional area carrier, you could say. Is that a way to say it? Definitely the most popular airline, I reckon, in this part of the world. What would you call Scandinavia? Was that a region? Is that a... I don't know. Someone inform me. And first bounce asking what plane spotting app do we use? Flight Radar. Always used Flight Radar and always will, to be honest. Also use FlightAware as well for more up-to-date departure and arrival times. Especially in Melbourne when you have no idea when things are really going to go. And Matt putting stuff in the chat, you could walk over and say hi. And Matt asking, what catch are you most excited for here? Well, it's pretty obvious. It would be the Air Greenland A230-800. Cannot go wrong with that. It's been pretty much my catch of the entire trip. Fingers crossed tonight. It's supposed to arrive at 8 PM, 8:05. And we're hoping we can live stream until then to catch it, as it would be a huge addition for the stream. Matt saying it's a whole 10 steps forward. A whole 10 steps forward. That's the laziest thing I think I've ever heard. I could turn around and throw something at you. You are that close. Alright, this SAS ATR 72-600 is about, oh no, we've got a CityJet CRJ 900 arriving in from Bergen. It's SK2865 or Bergen. I still don't know how to say that word. Someone correct me in the chat. I have no clue. Bergen or Bergen? I think Bergen. Better. Now I think this SAS ATR is going to have a chance to move. SK1673 operated by X-Fly in the ATR 72-600 off to Berlin. It's about a 45-minute flight to Berlin.
Ovdje neka reklama ovdje ima, to neki stari avion, pre rata.
Landing on runway 30 there on the cross runway was the SAS flight SK1455 arriving in from Oslo. It was the A320-200 Neo. And we are, yes, let me have a look at our... We're currently 30 subscribers away from hitting 40,000 subscribers. I remember, I think it was the start of this year we did our 30,000 subscriber special over in Melbourne back home. So yes, we're currently just it's not 70, 30 away. And apparently it's a hard reset berg. Okay, perfect. I'll keep that in mind from now on. Looking at our poll here, looks like London Heathrow. Oh, it's close. Might leave. Oh, it's been 40 minutes. I didn't even realize. 40 minutes goes quick. Our next arrival is Air Portugal flight 754, arriving in from Lisbon. It's an A320-200 Neo. Missed it. Too busy looking at the subscriber count. There it is. My flight radar was taking a while to load, so it looked like it was a bit further away than it was. Unfortunately missed that one, that's alright. We've got another arrival about to touch down here on runway 30. It is the Lufthansa A320-200 Neo arriving in from Munich as LH2440. A couple of awesome things on pushback as the rush begins, the midday rush, as we've just hit just under an hour of today's live broadcast. And pretty much spent the entire hour fixing gremlins. And first round's asking, I know it's a big call, what's your favourite aircraft? Mine personally is the C5 Galaxy. The US Air Force C5 Galaxy has got to be my favourite aircraft. Still yet to catch it in person. I know Sam and Matt, I believe, have both caught it. But personally, I haven't caught it yet. It's definitely a dream. But close second to that would be the IL-96s. Bit more retro sort of aircraft. Retro looking, I guess. They're fantastic to see. And Melbourne Airport planespotting asking, when did you hit your 1K mark? Unfortunately, I wasn't in control of the channel when we hit 1K. I've more come on quite recently when we were at about 25K, 20K even. So I'd have to ask Sam for that. And Matt, absolutely, it is going to get fully action-packed. I'm looking at flight radar now. Everything is starting to pop up. So very, very excited to... What's that just taking off? That's a Diamond Sky Nextant 400. See if I can even focus on this. This is quick. Up and away very quickly there. And have a look at the Copenhagen International Airport tower there. Very, very cool design there. I've been loving the architecture of the air traffic control towers that we've seen so far. I know there's some awesome ones across Europe we're going to see. I know a very cool one is Vienna. Very excited to see that. Our next arrival is going to be Norwegian flight D83731 arriving in from Rome, the 737 MAX 8. As the departures are starting to roll out towards runway 22 left. So we're going to get a lot more bustling action very, very shortly to really show the true colours of Copenhagen Airport here in Denmark.
Pa malo me sekira, znaš, malo me sekira to je, svi mi kažu, oni sad kaže dobro, Nije dobio prev, kako nije dobio prev vreme tamo, a oni to vidi.
Looks like the arrivals are just going to slow down a little bit there. We've had absolutely arrival back to back. And Ludwig saying my favourite is the 748, the A350, A330-900 and the A380. All very, very good choices there. The 747s and the A380s are always a fan favourite. Trees taking ownership of that shot there. Come on. Alright, we've lost that one. Rotated a bit late. It looked like he used the shorter taxiway for departure. Didn't go all the way to the top of runway 22 left.
That's why it's really nice to see more people doing this kind of stuff. I have just a handicap in my
And Mark saying if you were streaming from Melbourne tomorrow, it would be a tough day, up to 55 km/h winds forecast. Thank heavens we're not streaming at Melbourne. I remember recently when Matt and I were streaming one of the Operations Road stream, I think we had 40 km/h gusts or 45. That was horrible. An extra 10 would really make it difficult. Looks like our next departure will be the KLM 737-800 off to Amsterdam as KL 1128. We're gonna lose the shot to those trees again. Come on, get up off the ground. Oh no, that's late. That's very late. Oh, it's a pain, isn't it? As much as we can. It's a weird sort of shot there through the trees. Someone's got to get the hedger out. And Cloud Score saying it's so peaceful to watch quiet airports after watching Sydney Airport with much more traffic and bigger aircraft. It is nicer to be at the more quieter airports. Unfortunately though, with quieter airports means a little bit less action that I probably like. It's a little bit dead in a lot of patches. We've seen that at Helsinki and Stockholm, and we're seeing it a little bit here. That just quiets down a little bit too much for my liking to keep the stream super entertaining. And I know my voice gets probably pretty annoying pretty quickly. Oh, these trees are doomed. They can't use the short taxiway. They just can't. Lost that one as well, unfortunately. G'day Cathay Spotter, thank you so much for tuning in. Doing relatively well today. Hope you're doing well as well. Looks like the SAS A350-900 off to Tokyo Haneda has pinged and is on pushback from the terminal. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see my camera absolutely flipping up there. The camera's dozing off. It's got sleep deprivation. And Kevin saying we love your voice, Max. I'm glad. I always think it's listening to me talk too much is not really what we're here for. But and Darren, yes, we've got lots of families around here this morning who seem to be having a burger, watching the planes. It's an awesome little spot to sit and enjoy some lunch and have a look at the takeoffs. And Darren, I'm hoping that maybe at some point I'll be able to grab one as well, have one, have a bit of a luncheon while I'm while I'm streaming, because I'm sure if we try and stream till 8 PM tonight, we need a bit of a food feast. A lot of people everyone's all eating really good, making me really hungry. Sitting here with my bottle of water. I'm jealous. So we're going to get our next departure is the Lufthansa A320-200, departing off to Frankfurt as LH827. About to use runway 22 left for its departure. Hopefully it goes the full length so we can actually get as much of the departure as possible and not get shaded by the trees. And we're going to get the Brussels Airlines A320-200 departing off to, you guessed it, Brussels, as SN2268. Also got the jet time 737-800 departing off to Kangalus. Oh gosh, someone help me out here. How do you say that? I'm gonna put it in the chat here. I have no idea how to say it. Looks like that Lufthansa is rolling though. One moment. This looks like it might be stolen by the trees. Come on, lift, lift. It's a bit late. so far. Oh, lifted at a great time. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon. That's alright, we got most of it. That was a bit better than KLM. And TriStar Darren, absolutely, it would be a pleasure to stream from there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of places I'd love to stream from in certain places, but we're outsiders at these airports in terms of security, I guess. Alright, our next arrival is going to be Norwegian flight D83633, arriving in from Bordeaux as a Boeing 737 MAX 8. It's just like at Melbourne. I'd love to stream from that old tower, but in terms of safety and security, it's probably never going to happen. I think Matt was saying a few back when we were in Melbourne that I think it's filled with asbestos or something. I'm not sure, but I know probably some of the luckiest spotters in the world would be our good mates in Sydney Sydspot, being able to stream from that air traffic control tower in Sydney. That's probably the best of the best house, best of the best seat in the house, I should say, at pretty much any airport in the world. Being able to stream from the ATC tower itself. They get some fantastic views. Alright, this Brussels Airlines A320-200 off to Brussels is SN2268, now rolling on runway 22 left. Alright, if they rotate there, the trees do little damage. They still sort of make their presence known, but they're a bit better there. Alright, that SAS A350-900 heading off to Tokyo Haneda is now turning on to runway 22 left for its departure. As SK983, looks like the jet time 737-800 might go first though. Off to, oh, this is the one I was going to put in the chat that I have no idea how to say. Alright, I've put it in the chat. This is, it's off to Greenland. Because I think, yes, it is off to Greenland. But I have no idea how to say that. I'm not even, Kangaluswak? Something like that, I really don't know. It's a tough one to say. And g'day a few trains. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here today, here in Copenhagen, Denmark. As the jet time 737 is about to depart. I'm just going to say Greenland at this stage. Oh, this is rotating so late. Oh no. Oh, you're kidding. Oh no. Can I at least get... Oh, that's a shame. Oh, they've got to go to the full length if they go to the short taxiway. Kangalaswak. That may be a little bit easier to say now. And guys, we are on the road to 40,000 subscribers. We're not too far away. We're going to have a look in just a moment at how many we've got left, but this A350 is now departing. Jeez, even an A350 is getting taken by the trees. And looks like we're just about to hit 100 likes, so thank you so much guys for getting us there. Just about to hit it, which is fantastic to see here on today's Aviation Videography live stream. And let me have a look at where we are on our subscriber count. Currently 28 away, so we're at 39,972 and hoping to hit 40,000 by the end of today's live stream, which would be absolutely incredible. So if you're tuning in and you're enjoying the stream, we would love it if you could subscribe and also click the like button as well, as we've just hit 100 likes, which is absolutely incredible. We've got the Air Canada 787-9 Dreamliner that's going to be going off to Montreal, making its way towards runway 22 left for departure. Also got the Norwegian 737-800 off to Budapest, the 737 MAX 8 for Norwegian off to London Gatwick, and the Air France A220-300 off to Paris Charles de Gaulle. So we've got a pretty good lineup at the moment. We've got a couple of arrivals that are going to start trickling in as well over the course of the next 15 or so minutes. So things really picking up here at Copenhagen for the remainder of the day, which is fantastic. And Graham going, hey guys, how's the trip going? Can you stop squeezing that bird? Unfortunately, it's a wing flap here, or a rudder flap. No, it wouldn't be the rudder. Not that good with these old aircraft. But we'll call it we'll just call it the flap. It's flapping up and down. It's making a really old screechy noise, and it's very, very disturbing. So it does sound a bit like a dying bird or a crying bird. It's very annoying, but the trip is going well. Besides the fact we've been hit with horrible weather over the last week to start our trip off, other than that, it's been fantastic. Filming has been really, really fun. So Matt and I have thoroughly enjoyed ourselves so far. And that wind picks up, so does that flap. And Darren, the Gangalusuak. That seems very easy to remember. Alright, thank you very much there, Darren. And Melbourne Airport planespotting saying, is it just me, or does Qantas and SAS have the best liveries? I'd say they're definitely up there. I wouldn't say, personally, I love the SAS livery. I think it's not too bad. Qantas is obviously a very beautiful livery. There's definitely a few that I would put above them for sure, but definitely contenders. and a few trains saying I'm not too bad. He's doing a bit of working and lurking, as Kevin from LAX would say, reading reports and writing emails. Exciting stuff. Well, working and lurking is the best way to do it, I reckon. Have some things going on and also be watching or listening to the live stream as well. Nothing better. Alright, so our next departure is going to be the Norwegian 737-800 off to Budapest. And Graham, you're still heading out to Ops Road in the mornings to get the have a look. Our next arrival is going to be the SAS CRJ 900 arriving in from Dubrovnik as SK2834. Just about 1 minute away from touching down here on runway 30. So yeah, as I was saying a little bit earlier, the biggest annoyance with Copenhagen is unfortunately the runways compared to spot ratio is not the easiest. It would be a little bit like trying to do Melbourne Airport without a car. Once you get to Ops Road, filming has to be through the fence, which we don't really want to do at all. So just trying to find the right spots. Luckily, this one is a little bit more free than T4 down at Melbourne. And Graham, that is awesome in here. Alright, here's that CRJ 900 now touching down on runway 30 over in the distance there.
Kom du. Vi skulle bare lige have styr på det. Kom op, du. Stå der. Kom.
And we've got some departures about to go as well. We've got the Norwegian 73 off to Budapest, now rolling on runway 22 left. And we've also got a CityJet CRJ 900 from Amsterdam at SK552 arriving on the cross runway on runway 30. Why do they rotate so late? And Paul tuning in saying morning Max at work. A quick pop in to say hi all and to like the stream. Awesome Copenhagen. Congrats on the 40k. Looking forward to watching when I get home. See you in a bit, folks. Well, thank you so much, mate. Well, we should still be here once you get home, depending on what time that is. But I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. As yes, we're very close to hitting that 40k mark. Alright, let's focus on this CityJet arrival. Now arriving in from Amsterdam.
Hvad siger du, Emma?
Vi har det hyggeligt sammen nogle gange samlet lidt og været af. Men mere end to.
Ja, men så lad være. Du skal heller ikke måste for meget rundt i den der. Ud med drengene.
Godt, far.
Der bliver det ikke dejligt at være ude. Nå. Det gør det, og jeg kigger på det.
Ja, ved du hvad, hvad har du bygget det der? Har du bygget skygge?
Right, the Norwegian 737 MAX 8 is about to depart off to London Gatwick as D83514. Let's hope for an early rotation. I think that's going to be the theme of today's stream, is getting those early enough rotations. A lot of people look like they've got milkshakes. Might have to get Matt to get me one. It would look really good. And that Air Canada 787 Dreamliner off to Montreal is not too far away from departure. It's at the top of runway 22 left. And we've got Brad becoming a Boeing 737 class member, one of our fantastic moderators. Brad, thank you so much. Welcome aboard to the official members part of Aviation Videography. I appreciate everything you do as a awesome moderator of our channel. Alright, is that Air Canada Dreamliner off to Montreal, now rolling. Disperse a little more. Where is it? And Paul saying half an hour from finishing, counting down to the weekend. Awesome, Paul. We'll enjoy that last half an hour and welcome aboard to the weekend. Awesome to see. Oh, and Brad saying that getting a welcome thing even though you've just been renewed. Little glitch in the system, but you get a nice little banner on there for your name on today's live stream. And Euro Aviation TV doing very well, thanks. Glad to have you here, and we thank you for the congratulations on almost about to hit 40k, and we are going to be in Amsterdam from the 21st of July to the 23rd. So we've got 3 days there. 2.5 days really. We're on the 21st. We're in Brussels in the morning and Amsterdam in the afternoon. So we'll definitely be putting on a live show for you guys in Amsterdam. And Graham saying milkshakes and sushi. That is the most criminal thing I have heard in a while. You've got to be joking. Milk and sushi. Come on. Come on. That is an offense.
Yes.
That's a good rotation spot for you there. Brad saying noisy dange people. It's pretty busy around here, so can't get too mad. And your Aviation TV, absolutely awesome to hear. And yes, I saw some of the videos. I saw a couple of stories and stuff with the Storm Polly and some of those landings at Amsterdam. Absolutely crazy. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to grab my phone charger. It's got charge here. I thought I looked on flight radar and didn't see that one. I didn't see that at all. I didn't see that going at all. Sorry about that. Thought I had a little break to grab my phone charger, and Brad's saying that's Blackfin, man. Oh gosh, it still annoys me to this day, to be honest. And Ludwig, we are going to Brussels from the 17th to the 19th, I believe. Was this 17th? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, 17th to the. Oh no. No, I've got that wrong. I think it's the 19th to the 21st. Yes, that's right. 19th to the 21st. Our next departure is going to be the SAS ATR 72-600 off to Aarhus. It's already rotated. Oh my gosh. I'm too busy trying to sort out my phone. Now these are the rotations I like. Nice and early. Get away from these trees of doom. Our next departure as well is going to be the SAS A320-200 off to Geneva as SK2613. Having a look to see if we've got any arrivals coming in shortly. At the moment looking like the arrivals have slowed down. We will in 5 minutes time though, we will have the Lauda Europe A320-200 arriving from Vienna. That's going to be a fantastic catch. Looks like the Singapore A350-900 has come on radar for its departure. And the SAS A330-300 off to Newark is also on radar too. Looks like that Play A321-200 Neo is also on radar. We've got quite a heck of a few movements for the stream coming up shortly. Departure should be rolling very shortly. I thought one was rolling. I thought I heard one, but maybe I was hearing things. That A322 Geneva still hasn't entered this runway yet. And Amsterdam Aviation, I can absolutely imagine you'd be absolutely soaked after filming out there in that. But definitely probably worth the shots for some of those stormy shots like that. You don't, pretty rare sort of shots, and especially for somewhere like Amsterdam, where for traffic wise, of being able to get some of those heavies there. In that weather, I'm not really sure. I'm not too sure. Of, is that common? Is storms like that common here in Europe? I know in Melbourne and in Australia that some areas storm quite a bit. I know Darwin storms quite a bit. The northern regions do, but I know from Melbourne we don't really get a lot of storms. We just get just some heavy rain here and there. Rain in Melbourne's very patchy too. A bit like the Nordic countries in a way. The rain here it's not really like started and just not stopped for a while. It usually goes for maybe 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. Like it really caps at that. It's never much. Never have to deal with too much rain. But it is but when it hits, it's a lot, which is the annoying thing that we've found. So we've been getting absolutely drenched as well, which has been very, very annoying. Just waiting on these departures. They seem to be taking their time. Air traffic controls having a bit of a coffee break. I'm not letting them go just yet. It should be moving very shortly. As we've got a couple of heavies, as I said before, about to depart. Have a look over here while we're waiting. We've got this. I actually don't know what aircraft this is. It's a wall for air. Couple of birds scouting at the moment. So I couldn't tell you what this old bird was. Alright, I can hear engine. I can hear something. I can hear a spool up. That sounds a lot better. Here we go. Finally some action. Let's pray for some early rotation here. Oh, that's nice. So that A320 for SAS is off to Geneva. And our next departure looks like it will be the Play A321-200 Neo off to Reykjavik. We saw it land just a little bit earlier in the stream, about an hour ago. We've also got the SAS A330-300 off to Newark, making its way towards the top of runway 22 left. The Singapore 350 is also on the move. And that Lauda A320 landing is now turning on final. Alright, the play is now turning onto the runway for departure. This is OG 901 off to Reykjavik, Iceland. Oh, we're gonna lose this one. I can handle that. That's actually pretty good. Can't focus most of the time. It's when there's too much tree in the way and it defocuses on the plane and starts focusing on those leaves is when it gets really annoying. That SAS A330-300 is SK909 off to Newark, is turning onto the runway now for departure. And we're currently at 39,975 subscribers. We are 25 away, guys. If you're tuning in and you want to support the channel, please consider liking the stream and subscribing. Let's get to that 40,000 subscriber goal by the end of today's live stream. That would be absolutely fantastic. Would really help us out a lot. Would really be appreciated. Looks like we do have a runway 30 arrival. That this would be that Lauda A320. Alright, yeah, that's SAS A330 spooling up now. This one is off to Newark. is focusing on the leaves there. We got as much of that as we can. I believe next we'll have that Singapore A350 departure off to Singapore as SQ351. And absolutely, Darren, we'll be partying if we hit 40k today on the live stream, 100%. And Amsterdam Aviation saying, by the way, Max, we're going to see the Air Greenland A330. Absolutely, we're going to try and stick it out to see the Air Greenland. It's coming at 8 p.m. tonight. It's going to arrive here, and our goal is to be here when that arrives. There's a long way away, another 7 hours to go. We're going to try and do it to wrap up the stream. That Norwegian was arriving in from Palma de Mallorca as D83665. That 737 MAX 8 that just landed was actually the plane that flew me down to Copenhagen last night. So it must have flown there this morning and just arrived back to Palma de Mallorca. Alright, so the Singapore A380, I'm so sorry, A350 should be rolling down any moment as there's no more cross runway arrivals. I think I can see it. Oh no, that's sus. Looks like the sus is taking the reins of runway 22 left for departure before the before the Singapore is going to go. It will. This is going to be sus flight SK1420 off to Stockholm. Alright, so that Singapore A350 is now at the top of runway 22 left for departure. We do have an arrival though on runway 30, we're just going to stop it. It's going to be the Finnair A321-200 arriving in from Helsinki as AY953.
Nej, det tror jeg ikke, men hun er en lille fire for mig. Ja, det gør hun. Hun er lige så aktiv som sin egen far.
Alright, now there's another arrival on runway 30. Oh, will Singapore go? Is the question.
Nej, ikke nær i, men det er ikke for meget.
It's gotta go now. I can get mine away. Oh no, that sounds better. I think it's gonna go. Thought I heard something. It is going. Here we go. Here's Singapore A350 off to Singapore out of Copenhagen off runway 22 left, SQ351.
Så det er lyset fra den anden, der kommer helt derud. Og der er endnu længere ude. Den kan man se, den kommer ikke helt derhen. Ja, det er ude i skyerne. Det skal du tænke på.
Hvis man nu har den, der koster penge, så kommer vi op og flyve i den. Det er jo røget i forvejen. Det er jo når man
My phone is absolutely overheating at the moment. I haven't had to deal with this at all on this trip so far. Now it's really struggling. That was Norwegian. That was the Norwegian flight DH3197 roaming from Stockholm 737 MAX 8. As we've got a bunch of departures ready to go. Our next one's going to be SAS flight 2746 departing off to Alanya as the CRJ 900 Polar. Our next departure is going to be another SAS CRJ 900 departing off to Tallinn as SK 1786 off runway 22 left, about to roll. And above us on the sky, g'day, thank you so much for tuning in, really do appreciate you being here today. We've got, looks like 6 aircraft waiting for departure here. Oh no, 5 now that the SAS has departed. Absolutely astonishing to see. And our next departure is going to be the Air France A220-300, departing off to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport as AF 1151. But we have a heavy arrival here on runway 30 at Emirates 777 arriving in from Dubai. That was EK151 finishing off its 6-hour and 10-minute flight from Dubai. So a little bit of heavy action here at Copenhagen, which is fantastic to see. Not far out as well, we've got the Icelandair 757-200 arriving in from Reykjavik as FI204. That's about 5 minutes out from arrival on runway 30. They've been doing some of these aircraft have been doing some weird sequencing. Is that Air France A220 now rolling? Off there to Paris, which is where we're going to be. Really not that much time at all. It feels like ages away, but myself and Matt, we're going to be in Paris doing a couple of days of plane spotting at Charles de Gaulle. And I think it's the 17th of July, so we're really only about 9 days away. Oh yeah, 17th of July, so we're really only about 9 days away. And once we hit there, we're pretty much almost wrapped up with the Europe sort of side of everything before we hit the UK on the 23rd of July. Make our way through the UK and Ireland before heading off to Iceland to sort of wrap up the world, this part of the world tour. So for those of you who are tuning in and are not aware of the massive world tour myself and HD Melbourne Aviation Matt are doing, we're currently touring Europe and the UK, and then we're heading off to North America, heading off to North America, I should say, in September and October to do dozens and hundreds of live streams. Not hundreds. I don't think we're even away for 100 days in total. We're going to be bringing you lots of live coverage of different airports around the world. To start off in these Scandinavian and Nordic countries, starting off with Finland, Helsinki, then making our way over to Stockholm. We were in Oslo for the last couple of days, and now in Copenhagen for the next 3, and then Sunday night we leave the Scandinavian and we head, and we head into Germany, to Hamburg on Sunday night.
No. Eller jo, der står et kæmpe stort W. Jo, der er et mærke. Jo. Der står, der er W, et A, et...
Men den bliver nok sat op igen, så næste gang vi kommer, så skuer
So that Air Baltic
Der står Valdemar.
22300 arriving in from Tangier
Nej, der står ikke Valter. Der står mit navn.
as BT511 on runway 30 there. Our next departure is going to be the SAS Embraer E195LR departing up to Venice in Italy as SK2691.
Der står Kong
Behind that we
Valdemar.
have a Norwegian
Jo, fordi
737
den
MAX
kører.
8 departing off to Prague. So the rush
Jo, det er
has
Kong Valdemar,
really
fordi der
started
står
to
alle
pick up here, which is
bogstaverne.
fantastic to see, getting a little bit busier,
Og så,
to make the
og
stream
så står der Valdemar. Jo, Kong Valdemar.
as engaging as fun as possible
Og så
here.
et stort W. Det vil ikke være der, hvis det ikke var... Så jeg tror, det var Kong Valdemars.
And just catching up with the chat has been a little bit delayed with trying to catch all these and as I say that, there's another arrival here, another SAS 320 touching down on runway 30 here. Nice to not be able to take a breath for a bit, unlike in Helsinki where I was running out of breath talking. It's nice to be able to focus a lot on the planes. There's a lot more happening here in Copenhagen, which is definitely what we expected. Out of the 4 Nordic countries, well obviously 5, we've got Iceland still, but out of those 5 that Copenhagen will be the busiest. It's certainly proving that a little bit more. But it's going to be awesome to get to some of these busier airports and do some live streams. I know they're going to be a lot more engaging, a lot bigger. Places like Frankfurt, Zurich, Paris, Heathrow, Manchester. It's definitely going to be awesome to showcase those on live streams. There's this Norwegian 737 off to Prague, now departing off runway 22 left. Looks like we've got a SAS A330, not A330, sorry, A350-900 popped up on radar that's going to be heading off to Washington. But this Iceland Air is now touching down. Whenever I think I get a chance to stop, I can't sit down and stop. It's always something else. Definitely one of my more favourite airlines that I would, we're going to be very lucky to fly from Dublin to Reykjavik and Reykjavik to Frankfurt, myself and Matt, when we fly up to Iceland. We're going to be able to fly Iceland there, which I'm very, very excited about. It's been on my bucket list to fly with them. So just catching up with the chat here. Well, was radio saying, hey Max, do Copenhagen get any A380s? Unfortunately not. Fortunately, the Nordic countries are A380-less, which is very unfortunate. And Yuri Aviation TV asking, where's Matt? He's behind me doing some filming and he's apparently too lazy to walk over. As he said about an hour ago. He's just enjoying sitting down
I'll wave to the camera back.
Oh yes, all right. I'll see if I can even take this around. I'm going to show you Matt. He's set up on a table behind me. Let's see if I can swing around. There we go. There's Matt saying g'day. HD Melbourne Aviation. Got a set up on the table. Unfortunately, that table doesn't fit two people to stand up on, and he's got a bit of a better view over the trees, which I'm a bit jealous about. But all my stream stuff sort of gets in the way. Yeah, it is busy here today. There's a lot of people chatting around and walking through and having a chat. So they do get picked up on the mic, which is funny that you guys can. When I'm not talking, it sounds like they are. And Melbourne Planespotter has been a member for 5 months, part of our 747 Queen class member, saying almost there, Max, almost at 40k. Thank you so much for the last 5 months. You're 1 month away from that gold firework badge, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to actually have a check now that you've reminded me that we are about to hit 40k. It's a bit different when we were in Melbourne. It was a bit more of the focus because we're just at home, but here more focused on actually being here in Denmark and filming here, and haven't completely keep forgetting about the fact that we are so close to hitting that 40k mark. And we are in fact 20 subscribers away from hitting 40k here today, so that is going to be absolutely fantastic if we can hit it a little bit later on. But Melbourne Planespotter, thank you so much for the last 5 months, really do appreciate it. And Vinny asking, which airport on your tour are you looking forward to most? It's a great question. Very excited for Amsterdam, very excited for Reykjavik, very excited for Zurich, and very excited for Paris as well. They're probably my top ones at the moment. I was also very excited for some of these Nordic ones, but as soon as we got here, the rain followed us, which has been very, very annoying. I missed this, just trying to have a look at flight radar, my phone's not really loading. I missed this fueling A320 arrival. A321 I should say, sorry. Right, that arrived in from Barcelona. I've got a flight radar. My phone is so hot. It's not used to this. I didn't really charge it before I came to the stream, and so I was going to put it on charge and I forgot about it, and so it's been sitting in the sun, and I've been trying to put it under shade every now and again, but it's been a bit of a struggle. And yep, Euro Aviation TV, Munich is on the list. I don't think we're going to be live streaming now, unfortunately. We're going to wait and see. We've got a little patch, like a day where we can sort of pick where we're going to go. At the moment, we've sort of booked in doing Frankfurt for the day, but we may end up in Munich as well. We'll wait and see. Our next arrival is going to be SAS CRJ 900 arriving in from Manchester at SK 540.
Man ligner faktisk lidt dusty. Gå væk!
Nice and hazy when they're that far away and at around the middle of the day. Get that very hazy shot. And something that I never really been into that I've gotten more into here in Europe is flavoured water. Like flavoured sparkling water. I've never really been sort of a big drinker of it, but when we've been to supermarkets, it sort of catches your eye a little bit, so I thought I might as well try it. I've got this, I think it's like a grapey sort of flavoured one. It's grapefruit flavoured mineral water. Big bottle. I think it's about a litre. Absolutely love it. I'm addicted. I'm very addicted to it. I've never been a big sort of flavoured mineral water drinker, but something's changed. Our next arrival is Norwegian flight D83737 arriving in from Pisa. Just about to touch down over there on runway 30. Passing the very cool looking Copenhagen Air Traffic Control Tower. Besides this flapping, annoying sounding flap thing that's next to me that keeps making this racket, this is actually a very, very nice and peaceful place to do some videography and to do some live streams. Absolutely fantastic. Besides this stupid old rickety thing that's making a racket. Our next arrival is going to be the SAS ATR 72-600 arriving in from Aalborg. And looks like we've got a couple of departures as well shortly leaving, with the TAP Air Portugal A321-200 Neo about to depart off to Lisbon. We've also got the Pegasus A321-200 Neo about to depart off to Istanbul. Shortly as well we will have that A350 that's heading off to Washington. And yes, that's a great question there, Matt. Everyone, let us know what's been the best catch of the stream so far that you've enjoyed, and what are you looking forward to later. Like I said earlier, we are attempting to stay here till that Air Greenland A330-800 arriving in from Greenland. I've tried to say the name of it earlier. I'm not even going to attempt it again. Darren, if you're still in the chat, let me give me that little hint guide again, because that helped me. But other than that, it's very difficult to say. TAP Air Portugal is at the top of runway. Oh no, we've got the SAS A320 Neo that looks like it's going to overtake it, heading off to Nice. And the TAP Air Portugal A321-200 Neo off to Lisbon is also. They're both lining up on runway 22 left. Phone's absolutely on fire. I'm trying to cool it down. It's absolutely scorching. Hopefully the laptop is still staying nice and cool. Trying to keep it under this shirt. I've got a cooling pad as well. And above us only sky, absolutely, that is where we are at the moment. Looks like there's a departure, that SAS is on the move. And Brad saying work safe. Victoria wants to talk to Matt when you return, unsafe working at heights. Matt, did you hear that one? Brad saying in the chat that when you get back, WorkSafe wants to talk to you for working at unsafe heights. Matt says he is HR. And Euro Aviation TV, absolutely, we do have a couple of A330s not too far out from arrival here at Copenhagen. Just get flight radar up. I'm really trying to. I keep going a bit silent here, and I'm very sorry about that. But I keep trying to fix my phone because it is on fire. We do have the Finnair A330 arriving in from Doha, and the SAS A330 arriving in from JFK in New York City. So a couple of epic ones, not too far away. As this TAP Air Portugal is rolling down runway 22 left now for departure. Sounds like in pretty quick succession that Pegasus A321 is also rolling, heading off to Istanbul. Look at that, 2 out pretty quickly, not much time to waste. There's a bit of a queue up there at runway 22 left for departure. Alright, our next departure from runway 22 left is going to be the CityJet CRJ 900LR, heading off to Bergen as SK 2866. Yeah, of course. Yeah, last time. Aviation Videography.
Thank you.
No worries at all.
Thank you.
Det er spændende.
Alright, so that CRJ should be showing itself in just a moment. I keep missing some of these cross-runway arrivals. They sort of appear out of nowhere. I'm too busy trying to focus on once arriving and taking off. I'm not really used to it after Helsinki, where sort of one runway is used for takeoffs and one for landing. Same with Stockholm, most of it. How can I get my... Anyone know how to quickly get a phone to be freezing without throwing it into water? Looks like we've got another CityJet CRJ 900 off to Stuttgart as SK 1655. I've been keeping it out of the sun, I've been doing everything. Nothing seems to work.
Jeg tror man er Har du kørt i sådan en der også? Se her. Skal du sætte dig til, Skat?
Kom så med.
And Julia Fight saying, hey guys, have a great stream. Thank you so much, really do appreciate it. It's been awesome so far being out here. Currently at about 2.5 hours of live streaming so far. That there was Norwegian flight D83522 off to Manchester. That A350 for SAS is not far away as well from departing.
Oh.
Ryanair landed on 22 left. What? Swap. Oh right, yeah. I don't know. That departure there before was Anadolu Jet flight TK7875 off to Istanbul, the A321-200. We're just having a look and it looks like they've one of the landings was used on 22 left, which they haven't really been doing at all. So that SAS A350-900 is about to depart, and I still can't get my phone to be cold. But I need it to look at the flight information. And your Aviation TV says, okay guys, I'm out. I'll be back soon. I have to do a little job here. Enjoy, see you later. Thank you so much. We'll hopefully see you a bit later on. I appreciate you tuning in. Just trying to work out whether they've done a runway swap or not here. Looks like they have. I think they've started using 22 left for arrivals. Looks like the Lauda A320-200 departing off to Vienna is appearing now. Is this going to go this short? You've got to be kidding me. We've got a SAS A320-200 Neo about to depart off runway 22 left, just holding short, waiting for an arrival. And lands, absolutely, yes, it's this static display aircraft that's causing all this annoying noise. It's been absolutely dreading. Give me just a moment, guys. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright guys, so me obliviously sort of going, oh, the everything's going to the good runway, not the good runway, the runways have changed, has resulted in the fact that they've actually opened the closed runway, which they haven't been using today at all, runway 22 right for departures, which means we're not really going to be able to see much. And they've opened 22 left for arrivals, which means all those runway 30 arrivals we now also can't see. So our plan is now we're actually going to move locations. So this is going to be part one. We're going to start a part two very, very shortly when we can get across to the other side of the airport, because at this rate we don't have any ability to see much. It's not going to be a worthy stream. So we will be back. This is part one. There's a part two. It's going to be coming as soon as we can get to the other side and start the stream up once again to film for the rest of the day, which means we will have probably an even better shot of Air Green if they keep that runway 22 left open for arrivals. So without further ado, we will be back. Appreciate everyone for tuning in so far on this stream, and part two will be in about maybe an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, as soon as we can get across. I think it's about a 15-20 minute drive, then we got to set up again, so 30 to 45 minutes and we'll be back. So catch you guys on part two. We'll see you very, very soon. And yes, let's hope they don't swap back. So I'm going to end this stream. There's going to be a new one. Make sure you, when you see that, you go on there, give it a like and tune in, as we'll be ready to go. So see you guys very, very shortly.